you feeling?
Pretty good.
You're okay, health-wise?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
What happened, obviously, when you went down? Obviously, you came back pretty quickly, but what happened there?
I just got hit in the knee a weird way. It felt weird, but I'm fine though. Yeah.
When's it going to be your turn to score a defensive touchdown?
There's no telling. Hopefully soon.
How much? Several of the players, Ronnie said, like he'd been getting teased by some of the DBs for not having scored yet. So, how much competitiveness is there among the defensive guys to score plays?
It's pretty competitive. John and Deron Payne always talking junk about scoring a touchdown and stuff like that, but I'm not really worried about scoring. I just want to get a turnover or something like that.
Is it something you visualize at all? Like what would it be like?
I think every defensive player probably visualizes about it, probably day in and day out. But if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
How much do you guys pride yourselves on getting pressure without blitzing?
We're pretty proudful about it because we've been working on it the whole offseason, and just trying to affect the quarterback with the least amount of players is the best thing we could do.
Talk a little bit about the challenge this week. Coach Saban said a very balanced team.
Yeah, they're a very balanced team. We know they're going to give us their best game. It's always a tough game against them every year. And it's going to be a pretty good game. I'm looking forward to it. And I know they're going to play good, and we're going to have to just execute our game plan.
Last 2 years have been kind of really been a grind against this team, more so than even some of the other SEC opponents. What is it about them?
I feel like they come to when they face us, their execution is on point every year, and we just have to make sure we got there and execute a whole lot better than they do this year.
Did you look at the schedule ever and say, "Boy, this is a real big stretch here," before the season?
Probably before the season. Pretty much every year we have a long SEC stretch, so I'm pretty used to it by now.
What did you learn from those first 5 games that gets you ready for this stretch?
Just that you have to take care of your body and just stay in the training room and just be mentally focused every week in and week out.
Do you guys feel like you're hitting your stride heading into this?
I feel like we still have room for to get better. So we're just trying to get better and better every week.
5 weeks into the season, what's the biggest difference between Kirby Smart and Jeremy Pruitt?
It's pretty much almost the same plays. So it's just like they pretty much have a similar coaching style. I really can't tell you a big difference right now.
What stands out about Jonah Williams? Is a young guy coming in and playing like he's played?
He plays pretty good. I go against him every day almost. He's has good hand placement. He comes off the ball like he should and everything like that. So he's been looking like a good offensive lineman to me.
But is there ever a point where you said, this guy's a freshman? Technique-wise, anything?
Yeah, technique-wise, he doesn't seem like a freshman. He seems like he's been here a couple of years, but he learns pretty quick. So, yeah.
Just the physical nature of Arkansas versus Alabama, is that is that a characteristic of this kind of game?
Going into the game, you already know it's going to be a physical one. So we have to just go out, make sure we're ready, and just be ready to bump heads the whole game, whole 60 minutes.
2 years ago, it was like a really big game after the Ole Miss loss, and just kind of fighting for survival at that point. What do you remember how much that game meant to?
It meant a lot. I knew we went into it and just wanted to prove that we were still competitors throughout the season. So we came together as a team in that game. It was a big turning point for our season that year.
There's been a lot of focus on preparing for fastball teams. Obviously, Arkansas is not that way. It's more traditional. Is that different for this team now that you focus so much on the fastball? Now you're going to have to face somebody that's more like y'all?
It's not pretty different. I'm glad it's not fastball because as a defensive lineman, you like the slower team, so you get time to recover and just play old football, just like the old days. But it's not going to be too different. It's going to be exciting for us. I'm looking forward to it.
Tim was pretty emotional in the second half. Was he very disappointed that he couldn't play in that first half? What was he saying on the sideline?
He was just keeping everybody motivated the first half. He was just trying to stay loose for the second half. He just came out there and executed like he was supposed to.
What was it? I mean, you're a senior just like him. I understand he addressed the team. What was that like, kind of seeing one of your fellow seniors have do that, and then obviously apologize for it?
Yeah, I felt pretty bad that he did it and everything, but when he came back, I knew he was still focused. I knew I wasn't worried about he was gonna fall off or anything like that, and I just knew he was gonna play his best like he always does.
Anything else?
Thanks, Dalvin.
Thank you.